Talk about how this applies to interviews. Like, who here is about ready to graduate and get a job? Good luck with that. They've done studies where they taped, I remember reading a study, they taped all these job interviews. And the audience could tell who would get the job based off of simple body language. Not the words, not the resume, not the GPA on your transcript, but how you acted. Did you make eye contact with the interviewer? Did you smile? Did you shake his hand confidently? You don't know how many guys, it's just creepy when the guy comes up and he shakes your hand like this. You're like, ugh, what is this? This is how a girl shakes. Shake it like a man, you know? Again, people could tell who was going to get the job by handshake. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Some of you guys, you know, they did a study out in San Francisco, you know, Silicon Valley. Like, what is it, over 30% of computer programmers are Asian American. Over 30%. I mean, it's like, go, right? But only like 5 or 8% are management or executives. There is going to be a glass ceiling, guys. Part of that is, you know, you may work hard, you may bust your ass, but it's how you apply your emotional intelligence, how you talk, how you communicate. Now, they say emotional intelligence is a higher predictor of success than your college degree, your grades. Just be proactive. At this point, I think everybody understands that on your resume, you're going to lie. I think we all know this. All right? You got to read in between the lines, and that's what the employer is looking for. Are you proactive? I mean, do you follow up? Are you confident when you talk to them? I remember I went to a job interview with the girl I was dating at the time. Beautiful girl. She was like, you know, part-time model. And she only had a high school education. All right? But she was very outgoing. She wanted to join this hedge fund. Some sort of like entry-level position, something like brokering. I'm not too sure about all the positions, but it's entry-level. And her competition, there was like 100 people there. They only had spots for like 12 people. We were sitting down, and there's like at our table, you know, I'm just kind of listening. And there's like this Indian guy and this Asian guy. They're both college educated. The Indian guy is really friendly. The Asian guy just kind of like, you know, very kind of quiet and shy. You know, thinks what I'm doing is pretty cool when I tell him it is. But you know, they go into the interview, and they come back, and one of the first eliminated is the Asian guy. What she was telling me is when he went up and he stood in front of like this room, and everyone's looking at him. And they give him like these kind of verbal assignments, like, you know, how good would you be in a pressure situation? Can you sell like a ridiculous product like an iPod that doesn't play music, right? And it's just these creative kind of high pressure, like, how do you perform? How do you talk? And the way she described his performance, he was just like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I work hard, but I don't really like myself. I don't know why I'm here. I just need a job because my mom told me to. Okay, like literally, and like he was one of the first ones to go. The Indian guy lasted longer because he was very friendly. Now, I don't quite remember like why he got eliminated, but he did end up getting eliminated. And the girlfriend at the time, she went up there. Again, she only has a high school education. I'm not gonna lie, being good looking definitely helped. But she's up there and she was talking, she was selling. All right, if she didn't know something, she would be like, if I don't know something, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna find it. All right, intrinsically motivated. All right? I think that's what employers are looking for. If you don't know it, you don't have to be the smartest person, but you have to be proactive. You have to take initiative. There's a bunch of stories on the forums of like a lot of my students just using what they learn and pick up just to be confident in dealing with interviews, talking with people. The difference between a man and mangina.
I think it's like Jeopardy. They totally read it before you have it.
I know. Why do girls, you know, again, this is more night game oriented, nighttime oriented, but why do girls, they get dressed up, you know, they spend 78 minutes getting ready, all right, putting on makeup, you know, doing their hair, driving to the club. It's like cold out there, so it's like freezing. Maybe it's snowing. They gotta wait in line. They gotta deal with bouncers and arrogant promoters to buy like overpriced drinks where the music is super loud. There's like drama. There's like drugs. There's creepy guys hitting on them. There's like hot guys hitting on them. You know, why do girls subject themselves to this? All right, what do you think? No idea. Fair enough, man. That's honest. Man, that's honest. Women subject themselves because they want to be emotionally stimulated, whether it's to have an interesting time, to talk to an interesting guy, or to go through whatever kind of drama that befalls upon them. Good, bad. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens during the night, bars and clubs. A lot of good stuff, a lot of fun stuff. But it's ultimately to be emotionally stimulated. And that is our job as a man, is to emotionally stimulate her. Whether it's through dancing, whether there's interesting intellectual conversation, it is our job to emotionally stimulate her. I've had so many times with students like, why isn't she like talking to me? Why isn't she like hitting on me? It's not her job. She spent 78 minutes getting ready. It's your job to talk to her. It's your job to be interesting, to be attractive. And at a certain point, she will take over, right? But it's your job to talk. It's your job to make the first move. You have to imagine that, she's, again, to be a little bit crass, if you will, she's like the emotional clitoris, all right? And you have to emotionally stimulate her. If you cannot, you have emotional erectile dysfunction,